Hey guys, it's Spire4 here, and today we're checking out the best wireless earbuds you can buy under $100. These are the latest Soundpeats H3. They support lossless wireless audio through plenty of codecs supported by Snapdragon. Like the usual IEMs that I reviewed, this also has one dynamic driver and two balanced armatures. Of course, they have noise cancellation, great battery, and a lot of other features that we will be checking out in this video, so let's start with the unboxing. This is one of those reviews I don't suggest skipping because these earbuds offer so many great features you can't be sleeping on. Well, first of all, the unboxing experience is amazing so far. First, we get the earbuds in their case, and of course it has a rechargeable battery with a Type-C connector. Well, the vibe so far looks very gold and shiny and premium, and this is a quick look at the inside of the case of these earbuds, and I would like to call them IEMs because, as you can see, they have pretty much a IEM shape, which is very unique for earbuds. And for the hardware of this case, it supports some really cool magnets. You can just let the earbuds slide in their place. As you can see, there's an LED here and a button at the back to turn them on, and a logo of Soundpeats. Let's see what we have next here in the box. Looks like we have a user guide, some funny stickers, interesting touch, warranty card, USB Type-C charger, and my favorite part, which is the set of ear tips. You have so many here. So you basically have 4 in the box, and then the 5th set I have already applied here in the earbuds. So far, great unboxing experience for $90. I'm satisfied with the accessories. As for the design of this shell, it's taken the vibe of IEMs such as the Kiwi Air's Astro, sort of like a similar size to it in terms of the shell and the nozzle as well. And speaking of the nozzle, we can throw a quick measurement here. It's coming at 5.7 millimeters, and pretty cool ear hole design here. You can already see the transparent shell design as well. It shows you the huge dynamic driver. It's like 12 millimeters, and there's also 2 balanced armatures giving a lot of detail, and I will talk about the sound in a little bit. So this allows you to have a more detailed and layered sound rather than having just one dynamic driver. And this is also claiming to have 6 microphones to help with the ANC noise cancellation, so you can use these while traveling, doing your sports, when you're outside where it's loud. The ANC technology is super great on the Soundpeats. I'm gonna pair them here and go check the app as well while we talk. And the app is actually my favorite part about these earbuds. Like, it offers so many features like EQ and a lot of stuff that I will check in a second. And inside the shells, there's the Qualcomm chipset, specifically QCC3091. It supports Snapdragon sound, as you can see here in the box, which can play music in any codec, so you can actually listen to Tidal, Qobuz, any high-res platform, and almost lossless kind of audio, especially at this fast 5.4 Bluetooth version. The battery inside these shells supports 7 hours of playtime, which is more than enough in my opinion. As you can see here, there's another microphone hole for ANC, and talking about ANC, it supports minus 55 dB noise reduction and 3 ANC modes in the app that I will show you in a second. And finally, one more thing I like about the Soundpeats H3 is that they have an IPX5, which stands for a great water resistance. They're not waterproof, but they're splash proof. I mean, you can drop them, pick them up real quick. That's everything else for the specs. Now let's talk about the sound signature, and then finally go back to the app. So this is the sound signature and frequency response of the Soundpeats H3. Let's go through it real quick, and overall it looks like somewhat like a V shape or U shape on the stock frequency response without EQ on the app. Always keep in mind that you can always EQ this frequency response in the app, which is amazing. And go back here, let's first talk about the sub bass. The sub bass has a lot of body and rumble to it, and sometimes I think like it's a little bit over exaggerated for my taste, at least coming from high quality IEMs and headphones. I'm gonna give my honest opinion here. I wish the sub bass, or let's say until the mid bass, something like 60 hertz here, I wish it was a little bit tamed down in my opinion. But one thing I love about the mid bass, which is the punch at this region is amazing. I can hear those drums with their fullest body, and also in hip-hop music I really enjoyed the punch of the bass region of these IEMs. Well, don't mind me, sometimes I will call them IEMs because I review a lot of IEMs, but I think the bass region is the most fun part about these earbuds, honestly. I know I just criticized the sub bass, but I have it lowered down in my EQ app. And if we move here to the 150 hertz, you can see there's slope down, and this is really important to not blend the bass with the lower mids. This keeps things clean and less muddy, and in my opinion the slope is at the perfect region. And from here all the way to the upper mid range, it's going through a kind of sort of a straight line. That's why I kind of called it a U shape, and I'm glad there's no dips here. These dips really annoy me in a lot of earbuds, and for the Soundpeats H3 it just kind of makes the sound more has better layering, especially with the hybrid implementation for the drivers. The mid-range is just amazing here. I can hear instruments closer to my face a little bit rather than just tamed down, and vocals just cluttering those instrument sounds. So the separation in the mid-range is just amazing. I like it. It's also one of my favorite parts, but I think the bass part is just better. better than the mid-range implemented, at least if you want to, EQ the sub bass. But this is also a personal opinion. A lot of fun listeners that are not audiophiles, they usually just buy cheap products. If you actually jump from a $30 earbud to something like this, you will actually enjoy the bass. You wouldn't even need to EQ it, in my opinion. And moving on to the treble here, this might get spicy for a few people. For me, it wasn't. The treble region opens up very early here at 1K, making it a little bit spacious, and this improves the soundstage, because my soundstage experience with these earbuds was mind-blowing. I wouldn't say it's the best out there, obviously. Well, always when we talk about soundstage or imaging or technicalities of these wireless earbuds, always keep in mind these are running through Bluetooth. Is nowhere comparable to like sub $300 headphones or IEMs running through a cable, giving exclusivity to your audio software. But I really was not expecting such good imaging and soundstage from these Soundpeats, to be honest with you. For $90, it's kind of superior against other brands in the market. And the best part here about the air region, in the upper air, as you can see, we have a little bit of sparkliness at the 15,000 region, a little bit as well on the 8K. This 8K kind of helped as well with the clarity, especially with some vocals. Like I listened to a lot of Billie Eilish recently, and these worked out really fun with her latest album, Hit Me Hard and Soft. So overall frequency response, as you can see, I'm very satisfied with this. If I were to EQ it, I would tame down the sub bass just by a little bit. Well, I don't know how this works on Android. This is kind of different. Honestly, I won't touch this. I would just give you a screenshot from my iPhone, and then this is my EQ basically. It's my first time using this app on Android because I'm recording on my iPhone. So yeah, you have obviously some other ready presets here for different music genres. I don't recommend you to use these presets. And if we go back here on the app, first, as you can see, we have the battery charging displayed for the right ear, left ear. And as you can see here, this is the case battery charge. So of course, when the ears run out, you can just put them here. They will charge inside the case, obviously. And then later on, you can charge the case itself, and this is its battery range. And you can see this is a noise cancellation on the earbuds, so this only affects the microphone if you're outside. This worked pretty well for me, but I don't really think the quality of the mic, I wouldn't really say it's good. I wouldn't praise it by any chance. The microphone on any earbuds pretty much sucks. Whether you're downtown, you're in a train station, wherever you are, it will work fine. It will suppress the background noise, and basically it's good to have. So this is the normal mode. This is if you want it to be stronger, blah blah blah. Touch operation, this is if you want to change the, let's say, the keybinds of the touch ability here on these sides. I honestly just disable them all the way down here. Disable touch control so I don't mess up with my songs accidentally pressing LDAC. LDAC supports the high-res wireless audio. Dual device connection, this allows you to connect your earbuds to multiple devices. For example, I have them on my PC and my phone at the same time. And finally, we have game mode. Game mode basically reduces the latency if you want to play games using these. It has like around 50 to 60 milliseconds of delay. I played a couple of Fortnite games with this on. The sound quality of the gaming is fine. It's good. It's gonna do the job for casual, especially if you're on console. But the bad part about game mode, if you turn on game mode, then you wouldn't have the best connection if you're on a far distance. So around 2 meters is the maximum, or like 3 meters is the maximum you can go away from the device you're connected to. But with Bluetooth only, you have a huge range of like 18 to 20 meters. It's like, for example, in my apartment, I go to the other corner, to the other room, and it just still stays connected to my phone from very far away without having any issues in the connection. So yeah, keep that game mode option in mind and only use it if you're actually gaming. So for $90, you have great specs, a great dynamic driver with 2 balanced armatures that make sound more detailed and more layered, in my opinion. For this price range, it's amazing. Keeping in mind, it's wireless, of course, has noise cancellation, and the battery side, I'm actually satisfied with the battery. I haven't charged them yet, actually. I've been using them for 3 days now to form my thoughts about them. The point is, keeping in mind everything packed inside these little shells, like chipset, the battery, the microphones, all this stuff, right? While still being able to provide 1DD and 2BA's really decent sound. For $90, I would say the hype is real, all right? These are very lightweight, and I've never had any pressure built up in my ears by any chance. There's a really nice ergonomic design, even though that these tips don't really seal well in my ears. Honestly, I don't know about other people. They don't seal 100%, so a little bit of the bass still slides away, even though still I hear a lot of punch. I forgot to say one thing though. These have a little bit of ground noise, a little bit of hiss. Like imagine you're not playing any song, your phone is AFK, but these are on, turned on in your ears. If you push them a little bit deeper in your ear, you can hear that hiss and ground noise. It's very quiet. Not many people might be able to hear it. I don't know. I'm just used to my wired dongles with IEMs, so I could really notice it, but the average user, I don't know, if the casual user might not even notice it. But I actually forgot to put it on the script. I had to mention it now. But yeah, my conclusion about these is that, damn, for $90, very few budget or mid-range earbuds have triple drivers or like a hybrid implementation like these, while offering great specs as well. So I'm very impressed with these. I definitely recommend them. I wasn't really sure of whether I should review these or not. When Soundpeats suggested them to me, I was like, man, let me do some research first before I answer them. When I made my research, I was like, yeah, I gotta try these. Maybe they offer something, and I wasn't really disappointed at all. You can check them out in the first link in the description below. Thanks so much for Soundpeats for supporting my channel, sending me these for a review. And if you guys already own them, let me know in the comments your experience with these Soundpeats H3. Make sure to drop a like if you haven't yet, subscribe if you haven't yet. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.